Now, forgive me, I'm going to steal a couple of seconds from the outsiders. I'll give it back to them whenever they want it. But I wanted to talk here about how this ridiculous piece of legislation that passed, which was called the basically Stop Inflation Act, that actually will pump up inflation, supposedly is going to save the budget $100 billion, but then a week later he turns around and forgives a lot of people their university debts, which at least is $300 billion and could go all the way to $1 trillion, which of course comes out of the federal budget. Now, this sleight of hand is extraordinary. I get it, he's trying to super service a base, he's trying to keep kids on his side, but let's not pretend that this doesn't have an effect on the bottom line of the American taxpayer.
Oh, look, it certainly does, Paul. You're quite right, and that the $300 billion is probably the lowest estimate, and the tax increases in that Inflation Reduction Act, they, as is usual, probably won't raise as much as the government hopes. So yeah, look, the US government's in a terrible fiscal situation. It's got enormous budget deficits year after year. Its debt has increased by more than almost any other country during the pandemic, and it's inevitable that at some point taxes are going to have to go up to close that gap. And when that comes, it's going to be very painful for ordinary Americans.
Thank you, great man. Thank you for getting up early for us on a Sunday morning. So I owe you one big time. Thank you, Adam. Read your stuff in the Australian paper.